So Stanley got diagnosed with EPM about 3 weeks ago now. We have since been treating him with the ponazuril powder. It's a compounded powder from Chewy Pharmacy. It is the same drug as Marquis, but a lot less expensive. He's also getting a vitamin E supplement on top of that as well. We had the farrier come out and he rebalanced his hind feet. He also put some special shoes on the hind feet, and I think that that's really helping him out a lot. It's been about 3 weeks as well that he's been on the medication and the supplement, and I took him out last night for the first time since, I don't know, weeks before he got diagnosed, and tacked him up and got on him to see how he was feeling. I only stayed on him for about 10 minutes, but I have to say he was definitely feeling better. The hind end lameness is almost non-existent now. It's still there just a tiny bit, but he's traveling a lot better behind. He also did not trip at all, which is fantastic. He's gotten a little overweight and he's obviously out of shape, but he did feel a lot better. So I'm super hopeful that he will continue to get better and get back to his old self. The symptoms he was having that led us to doing the EPM test was he was super lame behind, he was tripping, he was doing some weird thing with his mouth, just didn't feel right. He was really stiff. It was just a whole bunch of little things that I just knew it just wasn't him, and I knew something was going on. So I'm so glad that we tested, and I'm so glad that we started treatment right away. We're going to do at least another 10 days of the medication that he's on now, and then possibly switch over to a different medication for a short period of time. I did have someone take a short video of my ride last night, so I will show you the difference from before we diagnosed him to what he looked like last night. He's definitely starting to feel better, and he is enjoying life again, which is awesome. So here Stanley is getting his feet done by the farrier, and this is when the farrier fixed up his hind feet and put the new hind shoes on. Stan's always good for the farrier, but he just seemed so down and just did not seem like himself at all. He was definitely not feeling great. He was also laying down more outside, which they do lay down, they do take naps in the middle of the day, but for him to lay in that spot there in the paddock, that's just very unusual for him. So I knew he just really wasn't feeling well at all, the poor guy. And the first couple of riding clips here are previous to the EPM diagnosis. This one here, you can absolutely see how off he is behind. I know the video quality isn't that great on this one, but you can see he's just struggling behind. And he's pulling me towards the center of the ring. He's reluctant to go forward. He kept putting his head to the outside, and he's really trying to get that right hind foot underneath his center line to hold up the hind end. It didn't matter if it was Western tack, English tack. This here you can see still a little off in the hind end in the beginning of this trot. But as we go on, it just seems to get a little bit worse, and he's just super reluctant to go forward. And the head tossing and going out to the side, which was just one of the little things that is not right. And our arena is not completely level, so he was really struggling going down the hill, and there you see the trip, which started happening quite often. So these two videos are the last 2 times that I rode him before the vet came. Just a couple of weeks into treatment, and he started acting more like himself again. He was running around and playing in turnout. He was also just, he seemed a lot happier and didn't seem as down. He also started grooming Smoke again. The two of them were grooming each other over the fence, which was really sweet to watch. And when he's not feeling well, he gets quite grumpy. So it's been a really long time since the two of them have done that. So it was absolutely wonderful to see that. I only took Stanley out a couple of times in the last few weeks. I kind of just wanted him to chill and relax and just be able to get better. We took a couple of hand walks and let him do some grazing. And then I also free lunged him just for a few minutes in the arena just to see what he looked like. So this was last night. This is the first time I have been on his back for probably 6 weeks, and he's been on the treatment for 3 weeks. Of course, he has gained a little bit of weight and he is out of shape, so I took that into consideration while trying to feel him out and see where he is as far as is the treatment working. And I have to say that his foot placement is so much better. He's traveling so much better behind. He was sweet and calm when he came out, even though he hasn't been ridden in so long. He was a little bit on the lazy side, but I just wanted to do a tiny bit of trotting just to see if I could feel if there was a difference. As you can see, he is traveling better, so I was very pleased with what was going on. I'm hoping now that I see that he is improving, that I will be able to get him out, do a little bit of groundwork with him, start doing some different stretches and exercises with him to help him build up some muscle now that he's traveling the right way behind. But overall, I am pretty pleased, of course, that there is some improvement, and I'm super hopeful that I might be able to get my horse back, and that would be absolutely amazing. There was also no tripping, which was a huge plus. So, like I said, I am super excited that he is feeling so much better, and we will see from here. I will be posting future updates on his progress and what we are doing to help build his muscle back up. So please stay tuned, and thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed to the channel. It definitely makes a huge difference, and I really appreciate your support.